Hello, how's it going? Thank you, Quiggy, for that resub for the Justice. Hope you're doing well. That's the game flatlining. It's the red flag I should have heeded yesterday. But yeah, more Robot Justice, more boring, repetitive beat 'em up. I don't know what we're going to do with this one. Hopefully we'll finish it and we can all just move on with our lives. I'm just trying to grab my phone charger without actually getting off my arse. There we go. Okay. So I got halfway through this game yesterday. I think there's 5 stages and I got to 3-3 of 5-3. And got one shot by the boss, so that was fun. So we'll have to give that a better go and see what happens next. I think I was starting to get the knack of the game though by the end of it, but it was a bit too late and I didn't have enough time left in the evening to probably go for another round. Also just didn't want to. Let's crank those lives up. I think it's just health bars though, really. You could probably just get them yourself in a few moments, but yeah. Alright, let's start the time and jump back in. I'm still unsure about what I'm going to take with me, but I did a bit more reading today. I don't think it's going to mean much, but apparently the saw is good at cutting off limbs, and so is the crusher hand, but I don't really think I'm going to ever use them, and I kind of change my hands all the time in the game anyway. I can't decide whether I want to change the body. I feel like this has actually got the better defense, or maybe this one? There's just no information, and like I don't understand. Is it just aesthetic? I don't know the difference. But I think I'm gonna go with these legs because I've heard that they make your kicks do more damage, and the kick's pretty decent. So we should try Quasimodo body. I do like that one though. It looks cool. But let's see. Well, how about a test? Let's see if there's any difference in damage. Let's get hit by a missile. So what was that? 2 hits and we're at the star. If there is a difference. You never know if missiles would be fixed damage though. You never know. Let's try that. Same damage to me. Oh. I think it's just aesthetic. I don't think it does anything. Because I mean, the fact that you can't change it in game would make me hope that it doesn't really have much bearing on it. So we'll go with the looks. We'll go with the groovy, like RoboCop style, and the spike legs. And off we go. Whoops, a daisy. I might turn it up. I can't remember what the volume was like. Or is that, maybe that's okay. You just turn it up a smidge. Trying to remember some more moves. I had a little look before I went live. See if I can retain them. Whoops. Oop. Give me that. I actually want it though. It's kind of hard to get rid of the arm without equipping it. Just a bit annoying. Oh wow, bugger. How do I... There we go. I want your health. Oh! I want your health! There we go. Let's get the full bars immediately. Bugger. Doing all that. Ooh. Oh, come on. For fuck's sake. At least I know that I can actually get health back. I was more annoyed about that jump yesterday when I thought like there was no way to get health. But just another torso will fix that. Oh, you've gone. There we go. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Technical, fair play, brutality. I wonder what technical is. Boom! Got the moves. These legs are definitely best for me. The other ones are too bloody slow. Can't use these special weapons, I'm not convinced. Trying to get my health up. How are you supposed to ever use that? Oh. Animations are ridiculous. They are. That's the best thing about the game. Actually, I'm mellowing on this already. I'm getting into it a little bit, like into how to play it. Definitely better, more fun than yesterday. But this is the easy level though. So, and I'm better at the game now. Oh, I say that. Probably will annoy me in a minute. Oh! But at the end of the day, like I wrote in the Discord too, like even if it's fully functional and the controls aren't complete dog crap, it's kind of boring. I'll be bored in about 10 minutes because it's the same thing, just again and again and again. It's just walk forward, kill 2 robots, walk forward, kill 2 robots, walk forward, kill 2 more, and then fight a boss. And every level, every stage has the same boss. Really wanna get your pick. See, this is when it doesn't work. It's fucking annoying. I'm trying to kick him, but the button's not doing it. To bring him back. Now I'm getting absolutely mauled. Oh, stop. Ridiculous. Hey Retro Interrupter, how are you? Why some enemies just come out of the stun fast? Oh my god, please just kick this fucking thing. Oh, now I'm missing health. Waiting on the coffee. I've just made one. Buttons are just not doing their jobs, please. Now I'm getting annoyed with the game again. Right. That's better. Why is that fucking missing? Like he's right there. Oh, you pick your bloody hand up as well. Oh my god, please just... Why? Load of dog shite. Nearly dead. Get off. Oh, for fuck's sake. Pick it up! This game has real fucking issues with like working out whether you're on the same line as the enemy or not. It's frustrating because health is at stake. Oh my god. Okay, I'm over the game again. It's just back to being Jang. Music's great, yeah. That's about... I like the animations as well, but it's just... Presentation is alright. The backgrounds are terrible though. For 1993. It just controls like dog shit. God! Piss off. I don't know why they had to map multiple buttons to the same inputs. That's where it falls apart. Oops. Can't do that, can I? Whoa! Oh, fucking hell. I'm just going to hit reset. I'm not wasting a continue on stage 1. Only got 3. Oh no, 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 we're not using that. This also does limbs, but neither of them work. Let's try it out. Spike legs all the way, I think. It's just an entire concept of the game just doesn't fucking work. Like this whole super arm business. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to use it in the middle of combat. Because the wind up is so slow. I mean, maybe it works on 2-player if you've got like 2 targets, but on single player, you don't have any breathing room. Because the AI just stalks you. Don't get it. There's no need for it to be that slow. Nothing is going to sit and chill while you do that. This is just me trying to kick the fucking thing and miss him. utterly broken mechanic. May as well just have any hand. God, just... Oh, it's rage-inducing. No, don't do that. Rip his torso off. Why is... Having to hold C and down and then press forwards to pick things up is an utterly insane design decision. Why can't you just stand over it and press B? No, don't do that. Oh my god, even just jumping is a fucking chore. Good gosh. Am I ever going to get a single torso out of this run? I need health. Oh, he's got big legs. No, don't do that. I'm just so frustrated. Just trying to rip his pissing arm off. There we go, finally, some health. I've read 2 reviews today in magazines and it's quite funny because Mean Machines, the UK magazine, gave this like 90%, and then another UK magazine, Sega Force, I think gave it like 36% and said it was absolutely wretched. Whereas Mean Machines were like, just trust me, buy this right now. You don't even need to read anything, just trust me, buy it. It's like somebody's lying. Think I know who. The other review was actually incredibly accurate. I'm going to have to check that magazine out a bit more, I think, because they were really saying my complaints, you know, like backgrounds are boring, the gameplay is repetitive, the controls are cumbersome. Oh, please, just kick the fucking thing. No. Stop it. Oh, whatever. What? I just can't with this ass. I'm literally struggling and being punished because the controls don't respond. There we go. I want to get up, keep at 6 bars if I can, like each encounter. I want to try and get the health back when it works, because then I can just kill them, like, nicely. Ooh. Oh, I hate when they just, like, bounce you from side to side. Your health is so, like, just all over the place. It can go down so quick. Oh, that killed them both. Oh, please! You bastard! Oh. How can it just be so bad? Okay, stage 1 done. Now to do that several more times. Oh, this has got the best music, this level. How's it going? Yes, it's not going good. This is a bit of a dud. How are you? I'm not having the best time. I try to make the most of things, but this game is very frustrating. There's bad games, and that's one thing, and they're frustrating in their own way. But when I think there's something else about when controls don't work that I have zero patience. It really gets me like going. You know what I mean? Like you're pressing something and it's not doing it, and it's just drives me crazy. It's like, you know, stacking a house of cards or something. I ain't got the patience for that shit. It just does my head in. I'll play like Battletoads or something like that, but when things don't work the way that I want them to, I just start to get a bit grumpy. Yeah, it's just I'm trying to not be a pissy bitch, but every time I try and pull someone's arm off and it kicks at him instead, I die a little bit inside. Because it's the best way for me to get my health back, and it's not working. I loved this game as a kid, but I think it was more of a novelty. Yeah, it's good ideas, terrible gameplay. It's that, basically, unfortunately. I also think that it probably works better on co-op. I think one of the issues, because I can't imagine it's different, really. I can't imagine that it's capable of having more enemies on screen because of how complicated the animations are. So I bet it's not actually very tuned for solo player. It's probably the same experience. And I think what makes it better, would probably make it better on 2-player, is that you don't keep getting like rumpled into the corner by two, because that's all the game is. It's just always fight 2 enemies, move forwards, fight 2 enemies, move forwards. And when you haven't got a trap on the floor to get them stuck on, they just do this, and you kind of just need to kill one of them. But if you had a buddy, then that would probably dilute it a little bit. And the other thing that I don't understand is I have this special move with my A button, but I can never use it because the wind-up is just too long. And none of these enemies are ever going to piss off to let you do it. So it's just a totally redundant feature. But maybe on 2-player, you could stand behind your partner and use it, who knows, but you need to design your games for all experiences, you know. And this is only me hypothetically assuming it's better on 2-player. It might not be. See, like that. I don't want to kick you. I just want to rip your fucking arm off while you're stunned. But you had to map it to the same fucking input and base it on like distance context. But the distance is very clunky. There we go. That's all I want to do. Every single time. And about 70% of the time it doesn't work. And let's say all of this did work perfectly, the gameplay looks dull. Like, this is it. The same robots, just copy-paste different, and 3 levels of the same background, but they change the palette on it, and that's it. And then you fight the same boss for every stage, and repeat. There's no game here, really. It feels like, I don't know. It feels like, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but it feels like, you know, an old Commodore 64 game or something, like an older game where technical limitations are holding it back. You know, like Karateka or something like that. But this is not the 80s. Old? You know, that generation of games did do the corridors, but I think they were still a bit more creative with their backgrounds. But 1993, I don't think it's acceptable. Because, you know, you've got Streets of Rage 1 already out 2 years ago to this. I think they spent all the time on the animations of the robots, and yeah, they're absolutely fantastic, but it doesn't mean much when the game isn't great. I can probably just kill some of these without having to rip them off. So let's do that. Oh, that's the end of that level. But yeah, this is one. I'd heard about it from people, and I'd never played it, and I was always like, oh, is it just one of those, like eSWAT or whatever? I'm glad I didn't. I don't think I played this anyway. Sometimes I played like a game once at a friend's and then just forgot it exists. Like, I swear I played a Battletoads, but I don't know which one. Very likely the Mega Drive one. It's a huge shame because I love the developer, like, and I hate to talk crap about them because they make one of my favourite games of all time. They made Echo the Dolphin, and I think it's a brilliant game. This ain't it. I applaud their sort of experimental nature, though. They're trying something, but it just doesn't work. Too many ideas, and none of them work very well. Like, the whole concept with the different body parts and stuff is great, but all the weapons kind of are useless, and most of the legs, I don't see the point in the legs, to be honest. You don't need the pneumatics to do the super high jump. The tank legs that let you charge forwards, all the enemies just like twat you in the face anyway, so it never connects. And then a lot of the other legs don't seem to have anything particular special about them. I've kind of read that these spike legs do more damage, but I don't know. Oh, thank you for the follow. I need to turn that down. Go down me thingy. Reminds you of Rise of the Robots. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not a good game. This is better than. This is much better than that, though. Like, this is a game. It's just not very good. But yeah, there is a video game here. Just a bit of a boring one that doesn't function very well. Whereas Rise of the Robots just broken. It's spoiled by games like Charles Barkley. Absolutely, I've been totally ruined by the Barkley. I want to get back in his house. Oh. But oh well, not all games are amazing. Not every developer has a perfect streak. And I like that they tried to do something else. I'm just relieved I didn't spend £40 on this in like 1993. Probably would have been good for a rental for a weekend though with a buddy. Because I think sometimes a lot of video games were just that, like they were rental games, and sometimes I wonder if it was almost intentional. Because there was a big rental culture at the time. I know they did the anti-rental thing, but mind you, I suppose they wouldn't. It wouldn't be intentional, really, would it? Because there wouldn't be any money to make. Especially if your game's good, though, you can get word of mouth going. But definitely, I feel like a lot of people's nostalgia is from renting stuff. You love renting games, yeah. I never rented enough because my dad wouldn't let me. It wasn't close enough. We couldn't rent games in my village, so you'd have to go to the next town. So it was kind of like, it's fine renting it, but then you got to take it back as well. So that would be a car ride, like 15-20 minute car ride to go take it back, and then, you know, round trip as well, so it's like half an hour now. And then you'd have the problem of when are you taking it back, because you rent it on a Friday, and then you got to take it back on a Monday. But my dad's got to drive and he's at work, so I think that's sometimes why he didn't want to do it. But every so often I got to rent a game. I think we sometimes used to rent them on a Thursday, actually. We used to go shopping for food in the same town where the Blockbuster was. So then I could rent it and you had to give it back on the Sunday or something, or maybe like that. What did you rent? I've said so many times what I've rented now, but I'm kind of curious what other people rented. Renting's a weird thing, because you sort of get satisfied and you don't feel the need to buy it. Did you ever rent something more than once? I don't think I ever did. But then it's weird because my memories of certain games, it's like, I remember playing Sylvester and Tweety's Cage of Capers or whatever it's called, and it's like, I can't believe I only rented that for a weekend because I feel like I played it so much. Somebody must have, I think my friend, because I had a friend that lived across the road and he also rented stuff, so I think we both rented it or something. The only two you like with Shinobi and Miracle World. Oh, that's Alex Kidd talk. I've only ever played Enchanted Castle. Which, I guess the Enchanted Castle isn't a good one. I liked it growing up. It's funny how you can change your tune, because I liked Alex Kidd and the Enchanted Castle. The Enchanted Castle when I was a kid, because my friend had it and I borrowed it, so I never actually got to spend that much time with it. But playing it now, it's not good. There's worse games though. It's absolutely playable, but it's a very mid. I hate the Janken. I find that as a... I know it's sort of iconic of the series, but I think it's pretty garbage. Especially the final encounter. There's bits of that game that I think are fun though. The mountain level's wretched. With the teleporting old man. And a selection of Mega Drive games and then PS1. I don't remember renting PlayStation 1 really. I think I rented Crash Bandicoot. I think that was it. I do remember renting Mega Drive stuff. You like Enchanted Castle? I thought that was too hard. Whoops. I need to give him a go sometime. See, I'm more just borrowed off friends rather than renting. Things like Echo the Dolphin, I borrowed that off my friend many times. But also, you'd have multiple sources for video games, because like my friend across the road had like Echo eventually, so I used to borrow it off him. But before that, like my brother's friend had Echo, so we borrowed it that way first, and then we'd borrow it again. And then later on, like another friend had Echo Tides of Time. Funny how many games you played back then but didn't actually own them. You rent Time Crisis with a light gun. I had, was it Vampire Knight on the PlayStation 2 with a light gun? It was the only, and it came with it. It was the only game I ever had that used it. I always wanted to get the ninja one, but I didn't. One of my friends had Time Crisis with the gun though. I remember renting Buggerman. I think I beat it in that weekend as well. I enjoyed it a bit at the time, but I think it's telling that it just wasn't very memorable to me. I didn't like it on a replay now. I thought it was a bit dull. And the bosses were not very good. I rented SS Lucifer, Man Overboard, which is a puzzle game that I've already done on stream. I loved that, and I still like it. I think it's a really good game. It's got good music and it's a interesting gameplay loop. The only thing I don't really care for is having to do the levels in sets of 5 before you get a password, because you have lives. You ever finished Buggerman? I didn't enjoy it. I just found it's too long. The mountain level areas, they just go on and on and on. And a lot of the levels, they start to blur together and I don't even know like which is which and which level I'm on anymore. And yeah, I didn't enjoy it. And I thought the bosses were very frustrating. Can we get past the first boss, the hillbilly with the chicken? Yeah. Well, the game gets worse from there, I think, to be honest. I think the first levels are the best. It's also not very generous with lives, I think, is another problem. You need to collect all the plungers, I think, to get an extra life at the end of the stage. But to be honest, you're best off not bothering, because you're more likely to get killed trying to collect them than you are just like finishing the level. And it's only one. Oh, can you not just say that you did, please? Here's a jam, this though. I need to add this track to a playlist. See, even bad games and stuff that you don't like, there's always something, I think, mostly. Even like, I hated Tecmo World Cup, but the soundtrack was banging. I'm glad I played it just because I have that soundtrack in my life now, and I would never have known about it otherwise. Although, Back to the Future Part 3, I'm not sure what I got out of that one. A giggle? At least it was gloriously bad. Awesome Possum was a terrible game. That was actually, like... You know, you hear that a game is bad? Awesome Possum, believe the hype, it's bad. I thought it might have been a bandwagon game. I thought, you know, it's an action platform. A platform game can't be that bad, surely, but as a friend said, the best way you can describe Awesome Possum is it feels like a bootleg game. Are you going through the games alphabetically? No. No, we just pick them. I pick ones that take my fancy, as I fancy them, mixing the genres up as best as I can. Oh, for God's sake. I also have a redeem on the channel for the channel points that people can redeem games. I have some rules on which games I will accept. That I don't explain very well and are very complicated. Mostly just games that I'm really fond of and have nostalgia for. Special games, I don't want to rush through them all. Oops, and I also play series in order. So if somebody redeems... oh, bugger. Let me do this first. No! That's my arm! Oh, you bastard. He could one-shot me. Is he gonna do it? He's gonna... You fucking dick! That's it. Dead. So cheap. Have I done Story? I've done Story Thor. I have not done Soleil. I won't be doing Soleil. Ever, really. I think Soleil will be my last game, to be honest. I will probably finish on that because it's my favourite. I have actually played Soleil on stream before I started doing this. I played it about 3 years ago. Nobody can redeem Soleil. Can't believe you lose a whole continue on stage. I didn't think that boss was going to be that aggressive. Probably not worth going in for the kill then. But yeah, I don't let people choose Sonics. One of your favourite games. You should check what emotes I have. They are Soleil. I got it for Christmas and I've adored it ever since. I don't think it's the best game ever made, but it's incredibly sentimental and dear to me. It's the first game that I like really fell in love with, I think. That was an RPG anyway. I mean, I've always loved Sonic and things like that, but it's definitely memorable. Hey Mac, how are you? But no, I'm very fond of that game. And it's everything, I would say everything is time context sensitive too, and when I played that game, I hadn't played games like Illusion of Time, I don't think. I hadn't played Chrono, Final Fantasy 6 and Final Fantasy 7, you know, those sorts of things. So yeah, it might be a bit simple now, but at the time, I hadn't played a game with that sort of a thought-provoking story, and I was only a little kid, and it left a big impression on me. So, soundtrack is amazing. Yeah, I love that. I love the final dungeon, Dark Knight. It makes me feel a bit sad. And I love Castle Frisia and Rafflesia. Grounds is a banger. The town's great. Oh, I love it all. Tower of Babel's an absolute bop as well. So are you a PAL? Are you a PAL video gamer then? Because I assume, because you're saying Soleil, that you've played the European version. Because if not, you should, because I think it's got the better translation than the North American one. Yeah, UK. It's the better version. They censor it in the North American one. Like, when you go to heaven, they call it the paradise. It's blatantly heaven. And change the names of the animals. I don't like it. But yeah, we're just going through games in any sort of order, really. I'm trying to spread out as best as I can the best games so that we don't end up finishing 150 amazing games and then we've got 500 games of shit left at the end. And that's also why I'm spreading out the sports games, because there's, I can't remember, what was it, 200 and something? Let me check. 208 sports games. So I don't want to, because nobody's going to pick them, and I don't want to be on like game 600 and finish that or whatever, and then all that's left is sports. So I'm spreading them out as best I can. That's what happened there? Why doesn't that work? There we are. One thing that was in my mind is when you have to find the clover that's been. Oh yeah, you jump on it and it opens the thing in the town. No, it opens the water bit, doesn't it, at the bottom where you can get a golden apple. The bit that I always remember about that is, depending on how well you know the game, but you know the beach boss when you go to the pass and you have to fight Baron on the beach? I could never find him as a kid. I didn't understand the mechanic, and I fluked my way through it the first time and didn't know what I'd done. I think it was just because you have to jump on a spot on the beach to get warped to his location, and I think I was just jumping around and accidentally triggered it. But you know when you don't really know what you did, and so you have a weird memory of like what you did, so I kept trying to do it every time I would replay the game, and I couldn't do it. So I'd be walking around and like, I swear it was here, it was something here, like I did something, I don't know what it was, and I'm not in the wrong place, clueless to what I've done. And it was very frustrating because for the longest time I could only ever play the game up to that boss, and then once I did get through the boss, I deliberately kept a save and copied it just in case I couldn't do it again. Just as, you know, before you could just look shit up on the internet. So I used to have like this spare save on my cartridge for like post that boss in case, you know, so that I could enjoy the second half of the game whenever I wanted to. Because I didn't understand the clue. It was like something about where there's no footprints, but it doesn't tell you to actually jump on it. And I was walking around the beach and couldn't find anything. Sonic on the beach, yeah. Tisk, 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 I'm a gallant hedgehog, touch me and you'll get burned. I've played the game so many times. But yeah, other than that, people just... this is a redeemed. Owen redeemed this one. I had to increase the cost as time went on because it was starting to get to be too many redeems that I can get through. And I tend to not... I'm not really wanting to back-to-back RPGs because there's not many of them. And they're long. Just kick the fucking thing. Oh, I hate this. There's a glitch you can do to get the tiger early. Tried that quite recently. A glitch to get the tiger early. Just thinking how you would do that. Because what's the thing that blocks you from going there? I suppose you've got to do the beach first. See if we can get them both. Please just kick him. I need the fucking health. Just oh. You bastard. Not worth the risk now, is it? Oh, you piece of shit. Oh, fuck this game. That's 2 continues gone on this pissy boss. I'm gonna have to just restart the whole thing. That is stupid. What a dumbass mechanic. Let's try Quasimodo. So in a speed run, can't remember how they did it about a year ago. We played Wonder Boy Monster World. No. I always wanted to. I'm looking forward to that one. So I'm gonna spread it out, I think, and save it for a while. Maybe in the 300s. Or the 200s? I don't know. I have played the other one though. I've played Arsha in Monster World. I love that game, it's so good. I haven't played Wonder Boy. I remember wanting to because I read it in Sonic the Comic and saw the reviews and stuff, but we just didn't have it. Thanks for the follow. I love it. I used to speedrun it years ago. Monster World 4 is great. The music's really good. I tried to play it, you know, when like the early days of emulation were out, but it was I have this story for a few Mega Drive games, but you remember like Genesis or whatever it was? Whoops, I remember I had like, I'm trying to scratch my face so not pause the game. I had all the games or whatever it was, but I was only young so I didn't know what to do. And I was trying to play that and like Phantasy Star 2, and when you like close the program and turn the computer off, it would wipe the data whenever you close the game. So it wouldn't save. It probably would have needed to be remedied with like a save state, but I didn't understand what that was and I couldn't figure it out. I think it was because I had no directory set up, but it just wouldn't work. It would just say an error. I don't know. Now I'm older, I would have been able to probably do something about it, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I remember playing Wonder Boy and being like, oh my god, I can finally play Wonder Boy, and then like turning it off and then, oh, I've lost all my programs. So I mostly just stuck to games that you could finish in one sitting or had passwords. So I didn't play the RPGs when they were sort of. That's why I've never played Shining Force. because I would have totally played that at the time. I didn't play. I tried to play Phantasy Star 2 and lost all my progress. So. Hey, Smudgy. Oh dear. I hope things get better. I used to speedrun it. Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to Wonder Boy. I've already done Wonder Boy 3? The names confuse me. You know the shoot 'em up one? I've done that one already. I have played that before though. And then I've also... I grew up playing Wonder Boy on the Game Gear, like the original one. It's like Adventure Island. First time I played Archimage was in Japanese on a dodgy Mega Drive emulator way before the translator. Same issue of Wonder Boy for emulation in the early 2000s, though it was a... You're pink today. Did you change because I said so yesterday? As we rented it as kids. Polybap, hello there. I really don't like this game. And I saw that you finished it yesterday. Lucky you. It's fucking awful. Thank you, please. Please just justify me. It's wretched. I've played some shit in my time. Hey, Chrono Gear. Is it as bad as they say? Did they say it's that bad though? I've seen like mixed reviews. You can always find somebody that loves something though. If you go on YouTube, there's so many apologists in the comments for this. I mean, I can relate. Like, if you grew up with it and you have nostalgia for it, I have games like that. But it's bad. It's really bad. My issue is just the controls. They don't... It's not even the complexity of the controls, it's the fact that they've made multiple inputs the same and context sensitive. It makes me so mad. Every time I'm trying to rip off a limb and I kick instead, and every time like I'm trying to... I mean, I don't want to do it right now, but just as an example, I can kick this unit and then reconstruct it to get some health back if I try and beat it again. Let's say I want to do it. Will it work? No, missed. I mean, where the fuck am I supposed to... There we go. But it's so bad. It's so bad that I have to do all of that. So, if you just missed, you've just arrived, Barley. I just got to the end of World 2, and then the boss one-shot killed me twice in a row. So, I reset the game. You're fighting more. It does. It does. It keeps knocking you. Exo Squad. I don't think I played that. Yeah, it's such a cheap mechanic. Imagine going to Blockbus and pay money for this. I mean, at least you only rented it. Imagine the people that actually bought it, because some of the reviews are really glowing. There's one on Sega Retro for meme machines that is like proper. I mean, I'll tell you, I took a snapshot of it. It was hilarious. I didn't get it all though, but it says also, hey Chronogo, I don't know if I said that. Really, I mean, buy it first and read this later. It's that good. For those still in doubt, let me tell you the incredible animation and then all the superb feeling gained from successfully wrenching an opponent's... Yeah, the superb feeling gained from the inputs actually functioning from the socket and clobbering it smartly over the head, though the backdrops may lack detail. They provide the right amount of atmosphere to what it is. Nevertheless, a visual feast. The Echo team have also honoured their recently established reputation for quality soundtracks here. In fact, I want to read more. This is glorious. Let me go get there. Article back. Is this it? There we go. Meme machines. I only read one or two of this magazine back in the day, and I didn't really read it because I was very young and I probably couldn't read that much. I just look at the pictures. But looking at it now, I'm just like, they were paid. They were so paid for some of the shit that they've praised. I was saying that the other magazine, Sega Force, they absolutely slated this game, and I looked through their magazine, and it seems like they actually have pretty decent reviews. So here we go. Like Echo, Cyborg Justice happens along with the same type of groundbreaking ingredients that have contributed to Echo's enormous success, though the title may suggest a predictable game based around some sad platform roaming and side-scrolling journeying character. The truth is, it's refreshingly different. From a distance, the game looks average, perhaps quite dull. However, after experiencing the high level of control over this cyborg, I am hopelessly hooked, really. I mean, buy it first and read this later. It's that good. For those still in doubt, let me tell you of the incredible animation and then of the superb feeling gained from successfully wrenching an opponent's arm from the socket and clobbering it smartly over the head. Though the backdrops may lack detail, they provide the right amount of atmosphere to what it is. Nevertheless, a visual feast. The Echo team have also honoured their recently established reputation for quality soundtracks here. In place of the expected, often tacky themes used on offer, there's a succession of tasteful and relevant strains that complement the action perfectly. Cyborg Justice is one high-class title that is currently without competition from anything remotely similar. The action found in Streets of Rage 2 even seems quite limited by comparison. Buy this as soon as humanly possible. Wow, Paul. Good God. Overall, 90 out of 100. Cyborg Justice is a superb beat-em-up with tons of extra weaponry, superb moves, and addictive gameplay. For 1 or 2 players, we promise you won't see anything like this for quite a while. You do, yeah, you do. You just punch, 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 rip off arm. Punch, 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 rip off torso. On to the next. That's it. Yeah, there's other moves, but why bother? They're too complicated and annoying. And all the arms... I actually read your review of this on Completionator, Barleybat, but yeah, it's all those like weapon arms that we've got. They're all fucking useless. I've never hit anything with this. Oh, there we go. Well, yay. It connected for a second. Missed. They're absolutely worthless. The legs too. They're all garbage. A visual feast. Buzzsaw is one of the best, and all it does is very slowly saw off an arm. You can just pull it exactly. Takes too long to charge. I heard the launch hand is good because it can actually one-shot enemies, but you can only fire it once and then it's gone. You have to go pick it up. But picking up is like hold C and press down and then press forwards, while the enemies don't hit you at all, of course. Have you tried the tank legs? Because they never work for me. Every time I try the tank legs, they just hit me. I just want to kick this. I don't know if there's any particular difference between body parts. Torsos. Good concept. Yeah, that's basically it. Like I've said earlier tonight, but like I said in the Discord today, I think even let's hypothetically say that everything functioned, all the controls and stuff worked really smoothly and nicely. It's still a boring game. But what it actually is a boring game that's also frustrating and doesn't function properly. Like, let's just say it was as simple as A is punch and B is punch and C is jump or whatever. The gameplay loop is crap. Once I play it very well, it's so dull when you do. How do you play it fairly well? Nothing there. Sometimes also I lose track of who I actually am because we're all just the same robots copy-pasted with different body bits, and my body bits are always changing as well. Sometimes I'm like, where am I? This is great. See, that's a nice move that you can do, but you need to really think about that you're going to do that. Smashing an enemy and thought it was exactly... Punch, punch, arm. Yeah, that's what I do. It's very boring. Oh, I love it when they pick up their arm and put it back on again, so we have to do even more. Fantastic. And the idea that we have to keep moving because the missiles will hit you in the arse is just the silliest thing. They're literally just there to make you move on, but it's not even an arcade game. Like, why do I need to move? It's almost because that's everything. Like, maybe the game would improve a little bit if you could actually just stand still and practice the moves a little bit. I know that there's a training room, but that's garbage. It's a tiny box in a hood. Why do you need to hurry me along? It's like they don't want you to learn how to play. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's what they were thinking. No, me neither. Like I was saying though, it's a huge shame because a developer made Echo the Dolphin. I wonder if it would work better on 2-player though, I was speculating. Just because the enemies won't be able to like maul you like they do, and maybe then you'd be able to use the special weapons, but still doesn't excuse 1-player. I mean, how are you ever going to use that laser? The animation's quite good. Yeah, it is. The animation's the best thing about it, and the music's kind of good, depending on the level. Yeah, you can get reassembled by your partner, but you have to share health or something, I think. So it's kind of... Yeah, the one-shotting boss is an absolute garbage concept. Fucking turn around. Also, the other thing is, you know when you rip an arm off, the animation to put it on or throw it away or discard it always takes long enough for everything to always hit you, if there's something there. But what else are you going to do? It's even better when they knock the torso out your hand. I think if there was one sin that's the worst of all, it was mapping forward kick to backwards A, which is the same command as ripping off an arm. I don't even know why a forwards kick involves pressing backwards. It makes no sense. Oh, and this. This is also the absolute masterpiece of garbage. Why do they even put chasms in it? What does it add other than stupidity? Hate to rage game, like rage stream or play games in in an angry way, but there's nothing here. Just feels like bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Any gap you get the slow kick, the distance for the rip off is so close. Yeah. Well, I mean, the amount you have to time it so that the missile doesn't also hit you as you land on the other side. You need it on the final boss. Yeah, I've actually looked at a video. I was already like, what is this shit? I saw that you'd written on your review something about the boss being weird. I had a quick glance at it on a long play because I was wondering, like, I was debating whether to even stream this tonight if it was going to be total bullshit, but the actual final boss doesn't look too bad as long as I can't one-shot you. It's the one-shotting that I can't be doing with. Did you ever do this move? This jump forward and... Whoops, I can't do it. I can't do things when I want to. Oh. Oh, please! Just, like, there's two of them. I'm still missing. Fucking kick something! Like this... Oop, bugger. This body slam thing that you can do, which you can't... The other thing is, most of the moves don't work unless you've got an enemy there. That. So, wait, yeah, so to do that, you have to hold C, press up, and then down and A. But that seems to do a lot of damage, but it's very hard to do in the middle of a panic. Oh dear. Not even moving in his line. What did you do with the boss? Punch, punch, kick? How do you do that? Punch, 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 kick. See, I got killed just trying to punch it. Not this one though. This one doesn't seem to be too bothered about one-shotting. The stage 2 boss didn't yesterday, but the stage 3 boss was absolutely going for it. But tonight the stage 2 boss went and ripped my arm off immediately. To be honest, I'll probably risk it, and then if it rips my arm off, then run away, but I don't know. Levels are so long as well, boring. But it's like, this is it, guys. This is the game for 15 stages. Just this. But don't forget, Streets of Rage doesn't have anywhere near the level of control as this game. Streets of Rage 2, no mind. Rip his arse off. Oh, for God's sake. Pull the torso. There we go. Start the punch right out of their grab reach. It's fairly safe. I'm trying to get in before I get shot. Which body did you use? I was using the Robocop one for the longest time. Whatever they call it. What's that thing called in Robocop 2? Oh. Getting locked in a crouch is always fun as well. I do love that. Oh, I've never done a throw. I can't be arsed. It's way too complicated. I picked somebody up by mistake once while flapping about trying to do something else. Yummy, yummy torsos. You can see how it's animated though, because sometimes it doesn't quite connect. It's like several different pieces all animated and moving. Because like my character, he has like a halfway line that you see sometimes where it splits. Use lobster body and heavy legs, then Quasimodo and jogging legs. Heavy legs are by far the best for the game. They make the final boss harder. I don't like the heavy legs. They're too slow. I need to move around. I'm using the spike legs because I heard that they make kicks do more damage, and they're fast. But I can't work out if there's any damage different values or not, to be honest. Oh my god. Well, I don't know if it's true. This is just what somebody in a game FAQ said. I can't even work it out if it's true or not, but it feels like they do. Because the kick still feels really buff. And I use the jump kick a lot, so I went for that. I mean, even if they don't do shit, it's not like any of the other legs are any good either. They're all rubbish. So it may as well. Because I mean, I don't even understand why you pick an arm. Because you're going to just probably change it a gajillion times anyway. They were too slow on your first shot. Oh, the heavy legs. Yeah, the trap immunity would be nice, but I just find them too slow for everything. I like to really run away from the enemies and get some room, and I also like to kite them around into the traps. What? Okay, so that move's not working at the moment. For fuck's sake. Ah. It's a great game though once you get used to it, and life's repetitive anyway, so you know. People on YouTube comments make me cackle. Eyes above or below jump diagonally towards you. Do they? I'm just trying to rip off their arm. Oh, piss. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why did it even do that? I pressed backwards. Didn't even do a kick. The fact that you have to move in to get close to do it. Please do the fucking arm rip. Excellent. Bugger. Sort the game which would benefit from a modern redo. No, I think it needs a bin. You know what it would probably have saved this? Is the Super Nintendo. It needs buttons. So you're not wrong. I'm surprised. I guess it's because it's Nova Trade, but this would have worked better ported. It pretended it didn't say that. Who, what? But it needs the Super Nintendo? I think so though. I think this could have worked, you know, if like or even if it had just waited, because actually when I was looking at the magazine today, the magazine that reviewed this was also previewing that the 6-button controller was on the way. So it's like if they'd have just waited, the 6-button controller could have saved this. Super Nintendo isn't better than the Mega Drive, it's the same. They both have good games. But yeah, this is not... You can't pull this off with 3 buttons. You need to compromise, but more. It needs a dedicated jump button. And a dedicated block button. Not the same button. And it needs a dedicated left punch and right punch. Or a dedicated kick. Because why is kick the A button, but that's also the special arm button? But actually kick is also B when you're in the air. I can imagine this would work on the Super Nintendo with the shoulder buttons as well. Would it not work with Streets of Rage buttons? I mean, yeah, if they'd done the game... I'm just on the idea of if they were to keep it in the same level of moves that they have. But, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you could bin half the moves list and just have the basic moves actually be easily to do. All I need is the jab and a jump kick and the arm rip and... That's it. Jump. Don't need anything else. Don't even need a block. Don't use it much. If the other... I only use it when things haven't fucking worked. So there's an uppercut move and stuff, but it's like you have to press up and A, and half the time it doesn't connect. Yummy, yummy torsos. Bum 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 bum. Ooh, that is good. How do you find that shit? Hey Dawam, thank you for the work and the lurk. I hope this brings you joy. Oh, they really do, don't they? Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I'll build you up again so that I can eat your torso. There's a move that you can do in this as well. You can jump in the air and then like slam down. Oh, that was just his arm. You can slam down and lash onto him and drain the energy. But I never do that because if you miss, you lose half your health instead, half your health bar instead. So it seems like it's never worth the risk. I've done it like once or twice. Did not bother. That, and I missed, even though he was stunned. Whatever, go away. Bum, bum. Where is the fucking connect? Oh, what? Stupid. Whoops. Oh. So I always found the safest way to get rid of the arm is to just put it on because it's the quickest animation, and if you discard it they'll just pick it up again. If you throw it you'll get hit in the face. I hate that you know the jump kick from when they're grounded, I hate that you can't block it. It's so frustrating. Like, it makes no sense that you can't block that attack. So the same thing with the bosses again. You can gather around sources working on the screen, they don't seem to react when they're in an initial cycle. Why are you playing this again? Be free! You want to help? Thank you for your sacrifice. Oh, I missed. Ah! Oh no. Big beast. Fuck off. See, I noticed this, you know, he's just standing there. He's waiting for me to get into his line and he's going to rip my fucking torso off. Or shoot, if I'm not close enough. I need your arm. Wah! Wonder if this works. Just go away. As long as we know what line you're on. Yes, bitch! See, I was quite jolly and fine yesterday until that boss at the end of stage 3. Because at this point in the game, I was like, okay, I'm getting the hang of this now. Punch, punch, rip, punch, punch, rip. Okay. And just tolerate the jank in between. And then I got to this boss, and I had one continue left, and I was thinking, like, this is fine. Maybe I'll get away with it. We'll keep going. And the boss just ripped my torso. I had 6 bars of health as well. And the boss just ripped my torso off and killed me. And I was just like, okay, this game is going to now be a problem, isn't it? Torso removed. Yeah, it made me rage. That's what, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm done tonight. We're going to play Super Fantasy Zone again. and then I played Hellfire. I nearly beat Hellfire as well. I got up to the end of the stage 5. I was quite chuffed with that because I was trying to remember it as I went along. Can you do the other one? That does a lot of damage when it hits, but they can actually punch you though. I'm gonna go back. Oh yeah, you didn't finish it, did you? Just if you want, you just watch my VOD for stage 6, and that's how you do it without a power up. This is as simple as that. The only thing with this stage 6 that I remember for Hellfire is the big battleship things. I think I probably said at the time, but I figured out that it doesn't tell you, but there's a spot that does more damage than the others, and it's trash that is the thing. But it's like diagonally right underneath them will do more damage than anywhere else. And that's pretty much the only way to kill them with a pea shooter. It's garbage. And I don't know how anybody would ever really suss that out. The final boss is actually not as bad as the lead up to it, really. The final boss is clunky though, but yeah. Stage 6 is not good. I was saying last night when I played it, I think they should have just stuck a mother brain on the boss of stage 5 and called it a day, and that been the finale. I would have been satisfied. Like going down into the heart of the ship or whatever it looks like it is would have satisfied me. Stage 6 is an absolute dumpster fire level. Seemed okay, he's got game over. Yeah, the final boss is, I think he's, once you've figured it out, is better than the level itself. Yeah, it sours a perfect game for me, I think. In some ways I feel like Zero Wing's a bit similar too. I don't think stage 8 is great, it should have finished on Bellon. And that would have been a nice kind of conclusive difficulty for me as well. Boss is decent too. Redoing stage 5 of Hellfire last night, though, I actually think that stage 5 is a little bit iffy as well. The first third of it is garbage. It's boring. And then you have those tubes that come up and down and spawn enemies, and it's a bit cheap. But the second half of it's really fun. I really like the boss on stage 5. I think it's really cool. It looks crazy, and it feels amazing when you do it. I think the only other bits I would remove from Hellfire is the fish sequence on stage 4. That's trash. And the boss of stage 3 is not a good time for me. I don't like it. I don't like the scroll in the background and the slowdown. Where am I? They're really not letting me do this slam move, are they? God! Shit. I knew it wouldn't grab the arm, it would fucking kick that. You can't make this game up. Priorities. There we are. No. I'm literally fighting myself. Yummy. My run of Super Fantasy Zone ended on the Two Faces boss yesterday. I died once and then died 4 more times and just turned it off. Wasn't a good night. Although we did do a turbo outrun, so that was good. I've mellowed turbo outrun. I don't think it's too terrible. Just not too good either. I would probably give it a 5 or a 6 maybe. Started strong. What outrun? Turbo outrun. Oh god, I forgot about that move. The high kick. It actually does quite a bit of damage, I think, but I've only used it much because it misses. Definitely on the fence. This is probably gonna get a 2. I'll tell you that. Oh, finish turbo outrun, yeah. Well, it'd be lovely to finish this, you know. It's already 11:20. Oh my god, how long have I been live playing this? 2 hours. I could be playing like a masterpiece. Why do I do this? Maybe 2. I know, sometimes I feel bad, but I'm going to change some of my scores, I think. I'm going to put them on my spreadsheet so people can look if they want to, but... It's like I went back and looked through, and it's like I gave Yogi a 5, I think, which is actually fair. But I recently just bumped Little Mermaid down another star. I think I gave it a 5. I've bumped it down to a 4. Can't justify a 5. It is pretty shit. So long to replay. I try and just look at what else is on the same scale and like which would I rather play. And I think there's many games I would rather play than this. I would rather play Fantasia than this, but I can't in good conscience probably... I don't know, I think I'd give Fantasia a 3. Isn't that something though? I would rather play Fantasia than this, and that's a broken game. This is broken though. Fantasia has a bit of fun. It's silly. This is just miserable. I think I gave Chakan a... I don't know if I give it a 3, but I feel like I'm going to bump Chakan up. I'm going to replay Chakan, I think, at some point, though, and make a good opinion of it, because it's just sort of become a bit of a meme that I hate that game, but honestly, I've played so much worse since I played that. I don't think this has much going for it, except the animation, strong concept. Yeah, it really doesn't. It's... I mean... Rise of the Robots is similar. It looks kind of nice and it has an interesting concept, I guess, but it's garbage. Robot fighting games now. Well, that's probably why I avoided this one at the time, because I don't think me or my friends were particularly into robot stuff. One of my friends like watched Guyver, but good old Chakan. I'd like to watch you play Chakan. I'd like to watch somebody that likes the game play it. Maybe I'll do like a special stream, like a Chakan subathon or something. Did a Chakan stream last Halloween? How appropriate. It is terrifying. I think the only thing that allows me to tolerate Chakan is that you have essentially infinite lives. You have a time limit, but the only thing that you'll ever lose really in Chakan is progress. Because you can just reset the timer and keep going. And because once you figure out how to play Chakan anyway, you just got to find your I think it's Earth 1. You need to do last and just keep it to keep resource farming for potions to heal yourself and exit. Well, no, because you scum Chakan by making doors to exit the level to create checkpoints over and over and over again. Because like the lava levels later, every time you jump, you fall and die. So you need to you need to jump. If you live, make another checkpoint, come back in, jump. It reminds me of playing. If anybody's played Tomb Raider: The Angel of Darkness, it's like that. Janky jumps. Every jump, save the game. Jump, save the game. Jump, save the game. Chakan the Forever stream. Could be. We'll see. I think people might just sub to make me stop playing. If you don't collect the items instead of an order, it's pretty positive. Exactly, it is like that, but I feel like it's more bad design than anything. But it's another example of great concepts that just don't work so well, but they work better than this. I loved the idea of it. I still say it was ahead of the time in ideas, but it didn't execute them properly. Because the whole thing of It's a bit like Metroid-y in some ways, you know, with like getting different items from the different places and then you can go to another place and use it there, and the concept of a hub world where you can choose your play order, it's got good stuff going for it, but it's still just Chakam. I feel like with the Mega Drive games I've been playing, Chakam is never. I think you'll play it eventually. Yeah, you should do. Finish Bubsy and Awesome Possum. I feel like you're just. It looks like you're going through all my nastiness because you've seen it and heard of it, and you're like, let me see how I feel about it. How did you think about Bubsy, by the way? I'm surprised you finished it so fast. I found it so hard at the end. The finale was absolute jank, and the final level, I was raging. The river level was awful. Honestly, I thought for Bubsy it was a pleasant, mediocre romp until after the Western world, or even the Western world, and then yeah, the Western world onwards, it was a total nightmare. It was really hard. Yeah, the river was ridiculous. But also the bosses and stuff, I just found they were like jump and hope that hitboxes function. But my best example of Bubsy is, there's a clip of me, but what actually happened on one level of Bubsy was I did a level and then I can't remember what happened, but I ended up doing a password and I reloaded the wrong level and redid the entire level again and didn't even realise that I'd just done the entire level again. I just thought it was the next one, and then I went to the next level and I was like, wait a minute, what? And then I realised, oh, actually I've just done that level again, haven't I? But what does that tell you about your game? I mean, right now, I don't. What level am I now? 3, 4, 1, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2. I don't know. I need to stop actually yapping and kill these dudes. Oh, is that spammable? Get a bit of that. That's nice. Stop yapping and start scrapping. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Oh, we're doing something. Picking him up by mistake. I love how they uppercut my jump. I thought Bubsy was punishing, but the password system makes it a bit more manageable. Different about out without. I died a lot. Oh yeah, I died loads. But the finale was doom. I think the final boss, it was so clunky. Still dispatching justice. Unfortunately, yes. Still cyborging. Oh, that's the end of that level. How are you, Bathface? Ooh. Oh, 3-3. It's just how Sega Technical Institute team always try new things. Some worked out better, Comic Zone, than others. I don't really care for Comic Zone that much. Unfortunately. I will admit that Comic Zone is a far better game though than Chakam. I don't really like it. But I'm also gonna be very open-minded about Chakam, Comic Zone, because I haven't played it since I was younger. Well, no, I think the last time I played Comic Zone was probably on the GameCube on the Sonic Mega Collection. But I never liked it growing up because I thought it was too difficult. But maybe as an adult, I'll find that I can get into it a bit more. Because, you know, I'm a pro gamer now. I beat Kingsfield. And the Echo thing went on to work on Chakan. I don't. Yes, some people did. I don't know. Definitely Echo people. But yeah, not everything is always the same quality. Whereas I see you don't really like Echo though, do you, Alex Kidd? Whereas I think it's brilliant. I think it does have. I think it's a flawed masterpiece though. But I do think it's a masterpiece. I think it just is ever so slightly ruined by a unreasonable finale. Much more manageable when you know where to look for health. I just never liked the idea that it only gives you one life. I just thought that was unnecessary. Like, I think if I recall, because like, you know, kids want to play games too. It has no difficulty, I think, or if it does, it's not good enough. But as a kid, you just couldn't get very far. I mean, the amount of times I fell down the fucking pit at the end of stage 1 and just turned it off. I never owned the game though. Just the one difficult. I thought so, yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I think it was very alienating for kids. I'm sure that there's a whole audience that were a bit older than me and enjoyed it, but I never liked it. Hit in the comments that you sometimes have to destroy articles of progress that sap your health to destroy. Put me right off. Yeah. I thought it could have done with an extra life or two or something like that. Because I like again, it's one of those where I like the idea of it. I like the graphics and the cool style and the items and the way that it unravels and the multiple paths and stuff, but I just thought it was still just it's unnecessarily difficult. I feel like there was a whole wave of that era though. You know, people say anti-rental, and I do think that people use anti-rental as an excuse for just they are not very good at the game too much, and they use it as a easy slander. But I do think there is a certain wave of games like that, and I think the North American sort of Nova Trade games are anti-rental. In parts. I think Comic Zone is probably anti-rental because it's a very short game if you could actually whiz through it. But I don't know. I know that Dynamite Head is definitely anti-rental because it's been confirmed. Echo the Dolphin has been confirmed as anti-rental. But a lot of them I do think it's just a bandwagon of jumping on. Because like Chakan anti-rental, I don't know, I think it's just a bit clunky and janky. I don't know if it was intentionally done that way. It doesn't strike me, because it's got enough content. That's how it goes. I could never find the actual game with Echo as well as I swing around aimlessly until I switched it off. You need to, if you're going to ever do Echo, you need to just make real time to play Echo and just sit down and get lost and immersed in it and just really go with it. And I feel like there's a huge misconception with Echo's difficulty. You're anti-rental. No, you're anti-rental. How are you, Glyphics? Can't even be asked. I'm going through the motions. Yummy, yummy torsos. About Sega Tet is their game. Sometimes I feel more like Tet demos. Very true. Yeah. This would be that. I think. I was saying earlier though, Veterans Roster's just popped back and probably gonna think I've got a problem, but I feel like this feels like a different era of video games in a way where it's, except the controls are complex, but like older sort of Commodore 64 games and where it's just one screen and you're just moving from left to right and there's no real variation in what's happening. It feels like that, except it's 1993. But like, why is it just missiles come to move you along? Always two enemies of basically the same variety. They just have different arms or different legs. Appear, and you kill them. You move along, missiles, two more enemies, and there'll be a sucky trap thing on the floor for one, and then you'll kill those two robots. Then the next set, there'll be no trap. Then you move a little bit further, and then there'll be another trap and two robots. Then you move, and there'll be no trap and two robots. And then you move along, and then there'll be a trap and two robots, and maybe a pain trap. And then you move along, two robots, and then you move along, and there's a boss. And then, well, no boss. And then it's the end of the level. Then you go to the next stage, and you do all of that again. And then you go to the next stage, and then you do all of that again, and then you have a boss. And then you go to the next act or whatever, and then you do all of that again, and then the next one, and then you do all of that again, and then the next one, and you do all of that again, and then you fight the same boss again. Like I can't with it, It's ridiculous. If you just, it's the same game, but just with a different background, and they turn the AI up. It's like the depth of a sports game in that sense. It's the exact same thing, but they just crank the difficulty up. There's not even any new enemies. Because, you play Streets of Rage, you've got a different stage, different music, new enemies get introduced. This is the same game from stage 1, but just a different background. Scrolls past for 3 stages, but in different tones. And you have a different music track. And the AI gets harder, but it's still the same enemies. And they're all dispatched in the exact same way. Same strat for everything. Works. People have a lot of beat 'em ups. At least they have more enemies though. I'll take a boring beat 'em up over this. Oops, all torsos exactly. You can rent aunties now. What a world we live in. The Ooze definitely feels like a tech demo, but I kind of like it. So the other thing, back to the echo conversation. I think people really misunderstand the difficulty on that, mostly because I think they quit too soon. I don't blame them. As a kid, I did too. But going through the whole thing as an adult, it's nowhere near as bad as it appears, because most of the levels can be completed in 5 minutes at the most, if that. That's a meaty level. But some of one of the really difficult levels is the ice level that's got these nasty ice blocks. But you can finish them really, really, really quickly. I'm sure you have a blast with the Tick and Power Rangers. I think I will enjoy it more than this. I would rather have boring gameplay with controls that work. I assume you can at least just punch and it'll punch. On this, you never know. I've played one of the Power Rangers before, I think. I think the Mega Drive one, but years and years and years ago, and it wasn't that good. Neither confirm nor deny. I felt too difficult, it never worked out where to go. Oh, it does get really hard, but it's short bursts of difficulty. Like, there's this ice level where you have to swim past these ice blocks that will crush you. It's brutal, but the actual length of the level is about 2 minutes. And then you've got a checkpoint, and there's no lives, so you just keep going and going and going. So it's very short bursts of difficulty. That's the only reason that the most infamous thing about Echo is the final level, Welcome to the Machine, which is like 7 or 8 minutes of auto-scrolling hell. And you have to memorize it. It's rote memorization. It's very unfair. Oh, I played the Tick as well, actually. I liked the Tick. I liked that at the time. I'm sure I won't now, but I think I liked that when I was like 12. I don't remember it though. I think I played it. I can't remember if I played the Super Nintendo one, if there was one. I just remember him yelling spoon all the time. Let's see where he is gonna go. My arm. Piece of shit. Excuse you, please. That was rude. Okay, so you're not going to do 2 that time. Love it. Spoon! Yeah, that's what I remember from that game. Hey, Mariah Carey. Ain't no justice like Cyborg. How bad it gets, but you mostly fight to the same enemies over and over again for the entire stage. If you're lucky, the next stage might have a different enemy for you to fight over and over. As long as I can fight it and it doesn't one-shot me by ripping my torso off. Balls. Piece of shit. Oh, fuck off. No! Stop fucking kicking him and rip the torso. Ah. It's not able to beat it yet. Well, no. I'm on the 4th level now, I think. 3rd level. Oh, good. Now we're on the 4th. For 1. What? I haven't done this level yet, though. This is new progress, so you never know. The game could suddenly get really interesting. So I mean, I'm only on the assumption of how 4-1, 4-2, 4-3 are going to go, but that's fine. You can one-shot every boss like that, yeah, but it can also do that to you. Oh, there's the missiles. Okay. Oh, and there's a robot. Oh, a new robot? No. It's, I knew it would be. I'm just with an even nastier AI, that's all there is, isn't it? Can you please grab the fucking arm? Oh my god! Stop doing the shot! I'm actually hitting it with a shot now and I don't even want to. Oh, piss off. I just want the health. There we go. Same loop again, yep. Same shit, different planet. Ooh, the rockets don't even one-shot them now. That's dangerous. Okay, that don't work anymore, does it? Do you know how hard it is to turn around? God, they've got so much health now. start the whole game over again when you get game over. Are you sure? You do. That's exactly what happens. Helps. World 5 doesn't have a regular bath that can one-shot. Yeah, that's what I'm released. You have to start the whole thing. Oh yeah, that's why I haven't finished it. Because I got wrecked by the boss on the World 3 yesterday. He ripped my torso off and ended my run. I mean, you have continues, but you only get 3. I only had 1 left. Turn around. No. Okay, Bonnie Tyler in the chat there. Does that even damage him? They have so much health. Every now and then I fall apart, I'll tell you that for free. Playing this shit. More patience than me, I'd have quit by now, resources using save states. Oh. Oh, he's got legs. Woo, he's got legs. Give me that arm. I didn't even want to shoot you with that. Oh, that's the thingy arm. Num num num. Put that on. Oh! God, I just want to kill one of them. I didn't even mean to do that move! Get off! Pinky arm, surely cannon. It would probably be easy if the missiles were constant. At least you could guide the enemies into them. Perhaps, yeah. They're only there when there's no enemies. They're just to stop standing still and keep moving. I actually entered it into the backseat command somewhere. I can't. What did it say in the manual? Or did I delete it? You can move right, left, up, down, or stand still. Of these 5 positions, one of them is always fatal. Keep moving. That's a tip from the manual. Yeah, it's fatal because you put fucking missiles everywhere when you stand still. I thought it was advice about, you know, like in combat, like don't stand still, keep moving. Then the enemies won't get you. Not because you've literally programmed the game to make you have to keep moving. Because it's an arcade game and they want your money. Oh shit! Accidentally doing the whatever it's called, the waist latch move, which is you press. I say you press jump, which makes it sound simpler than it is, but you hold C and press up, and then you quickly press down followed by C again to slam down onto an enemy. But if you miss, you take heavy damage. But if you hit them, then you can latch onto them and drain their energy. But what I'm actually trying to do is hold C, press down, and then press C again to do a charge. Just one of the many beautiful combinations of moves that we can do in this video game. What we can't do is connect a fucking jab. There we go. Why does it take your health when you pull the head or body off? It doesn't. If you notice there's a number next to the health bar, that's 4 bars of health. It will go up to 5 when I eat another torso. I thought that at first. For 2. Come on over. If you see, oh, it won't. Probably I've not got enough, but yeah. You can actually rip stuff off just without even hitting them first, but stunning makes it easier. But against 2 people, it's pretty hard to do. It's the other one won't leave you alone. Who is forcing you to play this game, Doan? How are you, Runix? I guess you would know this one. Hey Joshua Turbo, how are you? Woo! This game is way prettier than I thought it would be. It looks good, I'll give it that, except for the backgrounds, which they're functional but boring because they recycle them with just different colours. But yeah, the animations are really good. It's the best thing. Evil cackle, there she is. You know what you did. How far of this did you play, Doan? I blame nobody though. It was coming eventually. I'll turn the air conditioner off. I'm kind of cold. Do you want me to beat them up? You're good in yourself. I'll be a lot better when this is done. Rather play Double Dragon 3. Oh, that's a tough call, you know. I think I'd rather just never play video games again. Right, read a book or something instead. Double Dragon 3, the Mega Drive, that's the one that I'm talking about. It's definitely. I think I gave it a 1. I think it's one of the worst games that I've played. I'm very grateful that I just fluked through that on my first. I think it was my first attempt. I just sort of somehow the stars aligned and I pieced out of that game really fast because I didn't like it. I've played all the Double Dragons on the Mega Drive now, and 2, like of the actual beat 'em up ones, 2 is the best, but the one that I had the most fun with was 5. 1 and 3 are terrible, and 2 is only marginally better in comparison. They're all ugly as well. They're all dated, ugly, clanky. You burned through that game in 1 day. Yeah, I was so happy to not have to do that again. Oh, piss off. Very little of it. You didn't sound half of what is going on. What you're saying then is this is a masterpiece? If you heard it that way, then I implore you to turn it on, give it a go. Catch you later. What are the most intact? Intact is a really good word. It's intact. Yeah. It somehow just about manages to hold itself together for you to see the credits. Whereas 3 just feels like a vomit of just ridiculous. I think it's the worst game on the Mega Drive, but it's a very low point. Games like that I find a little bit offensive. I think like they're a bit insulting to the actual machine. Like, this is not insulting. It looks good. There's good things about it. I don't think Double Dragon 3 has particularly anything good going for it. It's an ugly, horrible game. Double Dragon 2 has, like, tolerable music, actually. There's, like, 1 or 2 tracks I actually didn't mind too much. It's just a little bit grating. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the music for 3 now. It's a very dank game. Isn't that got the whole pay to win sort of early days or whatever it was? I've never played it. The NES ports are good except the third one from the US. They made it so cheap. Isn't the Master System one supposed to be good? Or have I got that backwards? Is that supposed to be even worse? Can you all just stop? Oh, somebody go in there. That'll do. Should have done that before. That's only the US arcade version. Oh, sorry. Don't stand still. What? I wasn't even grabbing you. I pressed left. The controls. What? I pressed left, which should have been backwards. No way left was ever backwards, and yet it's grabbing his arm. Gotcha. Oh, piss. Sensitivity was superior because of the super co-op. It's really not that good of a port. NES is generally good. Better than the Mega Drive though, then I guess. Whoops, a daisy. Oh. Four, 3. This time it's in purple. Oh. Light purple. Yeah, I like purple. Best level of the game, this. Oh, go away. Yum! Oh, hate when that happens. My arm. Yum. Oh shit. It's a nice colour. Yeah, lovely colour. Say stuff nice about the game. I think quite a few of you missed my cracking review that I read out earlier. I'm not going to read it all again, but I'll tell you one thing it said at the end which made me howl. So just a quick summary, but this is from Meme Machines. 90% it got. They praise how much it is. They say, I'm hopelessly hooked. Really, I mean, buy it first, read this later. It's that good. Goes on all the way, blah, 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 blah. Cyber Justice is one high-class title that is currently without competition from anything remotely similar. The action found in Streets of Rage 2 even seems quite limited by comparison. Buy this as soon as humanly possible. You heard it. Makes Streets of Rage 2 look limited. I should get the other one actually. It's ridiculous that you could even say that. Let me see if I can find it a second. What was it? It was Who's to argue? Well, that's it. Throw Streets of Rage 2 in the bin because we've got Cyborg Justice. Whereas Sega Force, here we are, give a very much more honest review, which I agreed with. Let me just get it. It was near the end. They only give it one page as well. Savage. At the very back of the magazine, Cyborg Justice. Appalling. What have we here? A fighting game featuring you as a big robot battling other robots. Big deal. Cyber Justice is really something else. Why Sega have seen fit to release it is beyond me. Take a look at the screenshots. Most of the levels are the same. Changing the colours won't fool anyone, guys. And graphics are hardly stunning. The plot is unbelievably thin. It's just an excuse for you to whack the crap out of a bunch of metal morons. The moves your cyborg has are fairly limited as well. Kick, punch, block, that's about it. Once you've defeated one robot, another lumbers along. Yawn. Even dual mode's uninteresting. A fighting game should provide you with suitable array of moves and high level of challenge. Unfortunately, Cyborg Justice fails to deliver. And they said 32. Could have been a great beat 'em up, but it looks boring and it's incredibly monotonous. And then another person in the same review on the critic whatever said, I couldn't bear to play this for long. I've never played a worse beat 'em up. Cyborg Justice is very boring. To look at it reminds me of Black Hole Assault. That wasn't too good, and this is no better. One player duel match is so monotonous, and arcade mode is just as bad. Spend ages fighting one bloke, then another appears, then another, and so on, and so on. There are 2 difficulty settings, but they're not much of a challenge. Graphically, Cyborg Justice is nothing special. The 3 sections of each level are exactly the same apart from their colour. Sounds above average, themes for each level, and a few thud and boom effects. The moves are fairly basic and sometimes unresponsive, and the part select screens nothing we haven't already seen. To be honest, I couldn't bear to play it for long. Where's the justice in releasing a game like this? That's 2 different UK magazines' opinion on this. I know, wow. I know which one I agree with. One feels like they played a different game. The thing is, though, I'm gonna keep an eye. I'm gonna be going to Sega Force for checking out my reviews because I feel like we played the same game. You know, like part selection is something they hadn't already seen. To be fair, yeah, it felt a bit of a reach. I also think that saying that there weren't many controls is not true. There are loads of controls, but they're all awful. Would be a better, more accurate description, and you don't need most of them. I can do all sorts of crap. I can do this fancy fucking kick, but I'm never going to. Whoop. Woo! Lovely. That's fantastic, but try getting it to connect. Good luck. Ain't hitting anything. Oh, there we go. But it's also, to do that kick, I have to hold down C, press backwards, while holding down C, press A. I'm not going to do that in a quick... That's the kind of thing that you sit there and go, right, I'm going to do this move now. I'm going to do this. Are you ready? 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 Oh! That's why moves like that are shit. We can do the tackle, which is hold C, press down, then press C again. But you can kind of spam it, so that's quite good. Dang. Right, let's get your torso now. We've had our tutorial. Why isn't it working? Oh, it doesn't work on him, does it? 'Cause he's got the fat legs. Oh, shit. Payoff is not worth the effort. No, that's a problem I have with a lot of games like that. You can have these fancy-ass moves, but they feel very niche. Even to a degree, like the back attacks on Streets of Rage. I use them for the Blaze clones because they break the AI, but I very rarely use them in the heat of the moment because you kind of got to get your hand in that position to do it. It's not very reactionary. It's satisfying when you pull it off, but... I tend to find you just sit in there like deliberately, intentionally trying to do that move. Yeah, there's a back hit, but yeah, it don't work. It'd be better with the shoulder button. It'd be better with a couple of more buttons, I think. Large, confusing mess of moves. Games Master was big on taking money for. Oh yeah, Games Master gave this a big review. They gave it like 90. There's it's very polarizing. There's magazines that gave it like 90s or something like that, but. Very easy for me, but then I'm going to play a lot of fighting games and beat 'em up, so I guess that's just me. I mean, it's not super difficult. I just find it really dull. And the bosses can one-shot you, and that's kind of garbage, but the controls just don't really work very well. Can do on command. Yeah, I think, like I said, if it had just come out like maybe 6 months later with the 6 button, it probably would have worked really well. I actually don't need the health, so... Oops. Oh! Well, we pulled that off. Might get the health from you, just in case. Oh, I can't because it's not working. So the whole game just boils down to ripping the arm off, rip the torso off, the end. Except when it doesn't work. Oh, he walks in pretty quick. Fuck off. Whew. Rip him a new torso. I'm gonna eat it. Yeah, the music's like the only thing I really got out of it. What a great torso. But it's been hit and miss. Stage 3 was not good. This sounds good. But it's still just the same crap. Same enemies, same holes in the floor. Please grab the arm. In fact, I don't even need it. There we go. That flip and that charge is pretty broken. It takes so much damage now. Piss it, stand still. No, I wanted your health. Literally remove more than half of the stages from the... Yeah. No, I know. I was just thinking then, I was like, why do we have to do 3 sets of this? And all that's happened is the health's just got so big now. It's even more tedious. I feel like I'm starting to get a bit better at it, even more than before, because I found some scummy strats, but I'm still not having a good time. It's still boring. No. Oops. Bum 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 bum. Oops. Thank you. It's charging time. Do you know how to do this? You have to crouch by holding C, then pressing down. And if you press C and forwards, it'll charge. If you press C and backwards, it'll do a backflip. So that's me just ramming my thumb into the D-pad and mashing the C button. There we go. Excuse you, please. Give me that arm. Ah. Dickhead. Come on. Oh, fuck. Oh. It's pretty easy to learn, honestly. Outside the cheap one-shots of the bosses, it's just dull. Never really felt under proper threat from enemies after the first few tries. With too many health bars, every enemy is a power health. Absorb cheat shots. Yeah, imagine that you couldn't absorb the health. I think I'd flip. I think I would probably just refuse to play. I think this game would actually break me if you didn't have recharging health. Get off. No, I wouldn't. I would just say, I'm sorry, this game's bigger than me, I'm done. It's too clunk. Because I was worried at first when I was playing. As soon as I realised that you could consistently just get your health back. Because I didn't realise it was going into different bars. I thought it was one bar. This game before, honestly, ain't the worst Genesis game I played. Well, I don't like it, I'm afraid. I've played a lot of bad games, I don't like this one. definitely not the worst game I've ever played though, but won't ever play it again. What am I even doing? Hey, Galactic Warriors, what's that? Is that on here? I can't think what that is, if it is. "1985 fighting game." I don't know that one. Is it just an arcade game? I mean, Rise of the Robots is a worse game than this, you know, for sure, but congrats. I tell you what, actually, what are my, at the moment, I'm going to get a throat sweet as well, but what would I say is worse than this so far? Let me look at my 1-star games, and then we'll do this final level. I need to just rest my hand a second. Let's bloody kill him. Because that's everything. The game's so long and the controls are not comfortable. Because the main things I give 1 star to borderline broken, but Awesome Possum, yeah. Back to the Future Part 3. Tecmo World Cup 92. Technically, you know, I can't decide if I'm like being extremely critical of Technoclash, but I just can't forgive the final 3 levels, especially the final one. It was actually just, it felt like an assault, that level. Double Dragon 3, Jerry Glanville's Pigskin Football, which is just a scam of a game. Arcade Classics, Awesome Possum. That's it. They're my 1-star games. 2 stars: Simpsons Bart vs the Space Mutants, Hit the Ice, Fantasia, Double Dragon, Marble Madness, Warrior of Rome, James Buster Douglas Knockout Boxing, Jordan vs Bird, Time Killers, Barkley Shut Up and Jam 2. There we are. They're the ones I don't like. Ooh. And then coming in for 3 stars is things like Splatterhouse 3. I really hated that. I was very sad as well because I really liked 1 and 2. Didn't like 3. And it wasn't for reasons that probably would be surprising. Like, it seems like, oh, is it just because it's a beat 'em up? It's not really the same style. It's not. I just thought it was a really bad beat 'em up. After the first 2 levels, the difficulty just got stupid. 1-button fighting game. I think I'll pass on that. It doesn't sound fun. I don't like to go out my way to find terrible games. I'm just going through them all. Unless they're terrible in a fun way. I mean, I gave Fantasia 2 stars, but I would play Fantasia again. It's terrible. I can't justifiably tell anybody it's a good game, but it's kind of fun as well because it's terrible. But I wouldn't have wanted it for Christmas when I was like 6. It's fine in my 30s as a giggle, but not in the context of the time it came out. Is there a thing over there? Because you're pissing me off. There we go. Good time of 2. Want to try 3. Yeah, you might find it different. There's also... I can't even remember now. Wasn't it... There was something weird about it. Like, was the American version easier for some reason? There's something different. They changed values in it. There's attacks. They changed. In some ways it's harder, in some ways it's easier. But I think one of the kick moves, the spin kick, I think it does way more damage in one version than the other. The version I played was not good. I can't remember now, but there's definitely a difference. But you also can't use the superpower, I think, or something in the same way. I can't remember. This barely does any damage. Like, why have they got so much health? This isn't gameplay. It's just the same thing again, but longer. And longer. And longer. And longer. Two is the same. American version gives you full health. You get more base. Ah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Japanese version doesn't have passwords because I had to redo the whole game again. It's totally doable in one go, though. I think the Japanese version's balanced just right for me. I enjoyed two. It's clunky. It's not a complete package. I think there's definitely rough around the edges crap about it, but I think I gave it a 7 in my mind. I don't think it was awful. I thought it was better than 1 as well. At least the PC Engine version. I haven't played the arcade one. Yeah, it was learnable. You could get through it. The only bits that I thought were a bit clunk, the final boss was pretty bad. It felt like there was specifically kind of one way to do it, and it was a bit of a chore to work out how. And oh, the bat thing that flies around was really awful. And then the other bit that came to mind was the chainsaw guy. He was bad. One of the hardest bosses of the game, I think, the chainsaw guy was. Was that Splatterhouse 1? Can't even remember. They blur together a bit. I know I like 2 more than 1 though. Help me! The music was banging as well. Yeah, I can't remember what was wrong with 3 now, except it was just really difficult and stuff could just like totally one-shot you almost after a while. And the final levels were so frustrating and everything had too much health, I think. Can't remember my complaint now. I just remember I hated it by the end of it. Yeah, the opening theme for Splatterhouse 2 is so good. It just keeps going and going as well. It's really spooky. A lot of music. Is Splatterhouse 2 the one where you fight it's like a crystal boss? That's got good music, I remember. Like or the lead up to it. It was just good fun. So I'll definitely play it again. I'm so over that. I'm mentally checked out of this game. The one pursues you. Might have been the bit before that though. That, like, you know where you see her and she disappears into the underworld or something, and then you go in after her. I seem to remember that was really pretty. Why do you have to have so much fucking health? Thieves Reach Stage 2. Yeah, it just had a lot of music, a lot of variety, and just so much style and interesting graphics. The graphics were really cool. What are your fucking problems? Oh. I need the health. Kick him. Fucking fuck this game. Mentally tired just watching this marathon. It is. But you miss the American football. I do. For music, no, not yet. I wanted to do the Maddens first to know the game engine so I could see the similarity. I'm gonna do them in order because it's sort of part of the Madden series in a sense. I'll do it in between the two Madden games that were around it. I think it's after Madden 93, and that's the next one to do. So there's Madden 93 and then there's the 93 Championship Edition. Please. Ah. I'm just getting more and more just fucking sick of ramming my fingers on these buttons. It's exhausting. Piss in hell, just could a single thing just function? There we go. Are we done? His face is a choice. I thought I ripped your arm off already. You picked it up? Bloody hell. Torso. Torso? Whew. Delicious. Itchy. Tasty. Torso justice. I might have to just get a gif of ripping off torsos, because I feel like that's all the game has been. Yum. Double torso. Oh good. I love when there's a one of these. Makes it so much better. Mean Machines definitely took cash for their review. They did. Ooh. Such variety to be had. Oof. Fantastic. Down. What was the work? There was a working title for this, I think, that was more appropriate. What was it? Let me check. Oh yeah. Apparently, during development, it was known as Robot Wreckage. What a great torso! I know, that's what I've been thinking when people used it. Here comes torso! Your torso's not so great, O'Connor. Goodbye, torso. You got a secret torso point. Torso. Torso Bot 2000. Star Gentle Torso. Just change all my redeems to torso related. Robot Trainwreck game. Oh, please. I have no controller left by the end of this. I have no D-pad. No cuticles. Success! Your torso is mine. Torso to the rescue. Shining torso. Fantasy torso. There's so many torso removals. Because the thing is, like, yeah, you can have all of these things, but it's unarguably optimal to just rip off the torso and get your health back every fucking time and one-shot the enemy. Why else would you bother with any other way? Like I said, though, perhaps on 2-player the game comes alive in a different way. Please. There's so many more torso removals in Cyborg Justice than Streets of Rage 2. There probably are, I will give it that, yeah. I think Streets of Rage 2 was certainly lacking on the torso removal. Bum, 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 bum. The worst thing about not pulling off the torso thing is that when you don't connect, you do a stupid kick instead, which then means you can't move, so then you have to take damage. It's just so hard to deal with two enemies at once in any sophisticated manner. Thank you. Oh, don't do that. Got Mortal Kombat for torso removals. Oh, piss off! See, when there's only one enemy, it's bloody easy. Why would you ever not do that? Because it's got so much health, and that ends it so quick. Punch, 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 torso. Oh. What level am I on now then? Is this an extra level? Main boss. So if I die here, I can do this again, right? Oh, that's good. I thought it was going to be the end of that stage. So if I die, I just respawn, right? I just can't be arsed. Swear to God if I die now. I'm scared. I know that there's some laser shit. Oh, great. Hey, Dreamy. Oh, you can sort of see where they're coming from at least. Oh. Oh. Fucking A. Whoa! Oh god, these controls. What is this shit? Oh. He died once and had to restart. No! What? How can I get through? You have to wait for the time. Okay. Oh, we've hit it. fact that the fucking guns hurt. How much health has this piece of shit got? Too much? Oh, that's silly me. I pressed down and attack to duck and attack, but I forgot. No, we have to press C and down and then attack. High, low, bottom. Yeah, I clocked that one. Ugh. No, I meant to crouch. Fuck this game. How much health have I got? All of this, right. No! Why does he keep jumping up in the air? I'm pressing fucking down. Oh my god, stop jumping! I actually don't understand why he's jumping. Have they changed the controls? Or is it just being janky? I think it's just being janky. Right, just calm down. This is absolutely fine. Why aren't you ducking? I'm holding down. You have to let go of C, don't you? Oops, to do it again. Oh, I lost my concentration. That wasn't what I meant to do. I was wondering if that would hit all of them. The crouch is just so fucking jank. Is there a better way to kick low? This is so balls. And it's taking so much brain power to think about how I'm doing this. Use the heavy kick. Ah, fucking hell. Oh, good. Just trying to crouch does not work. And you know, sometimes I'm not into the whole backseating thing, but Barleybap knows me, and this is... Sometimes circumstances call for it. Oh, piss. I want off this roller coaster. Not risking that one. risking that. It's the fact that you have to like release C in order to put another input in afterwards is so bad, because once you've held C down, if you crouch, you can no longer press up to jump with C. You have to release C and press it again. And the same with like if I jump and kick in and then move backwards, if I need to duck, I need to actually release C. It's so fucking stupid. Well, if that kick didn't work, I was gonna try doing the down A attack, which does like a downward slam, and I wonder if that would hit. But if the kick hits, that's fine too. Not gonna risk that one. Not risking that. Whoa! Are we done here? I swear if I have to play that whole game again. You have set our society free. You're all free. You're all fucking welcome. Get out of here. Live your life. Since we can never leave this place, we will reward you with our loyalty and the right to be our leader. We, like you, were enslaved by the maniacal brain who ruled and directed our lives. We need your leadership to prevent us from being enslaved again. GG Robot Party. Hey Jamesy. Oh, the ending music's quite nice. Code and animation. Beg your pardon. Gozo. Level songs. Well done, Brian. You did a good job. Music and Magyari Andras, you too. You did good stuff. Producer Chris Smith. Thanks, Ed. So he didn't make it, at least. He just is thanked for it. So many testers who just wanted to get off work quick that day. So many. And like 2 pages of testers, and nobody wanted to say these controls are a little bit. Thank you for playing Cyborg Justice. Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah, thanks. I just want to see you've done this. I was really worried about that last, because I don't know if I had one more continue or not. I wasn't sure, but I was starting to get the sweats of thinking that we've got another 3-hour fucking stream of this tomorrow. So yeah, I'll take that. I would have probably tried the I wonder if it would have connected. I would have tried the other thing afterwards. But yeah, let's draw a line under Cyborg Justice. In fact, no, just. Shit. That is what I think about this game. It was utterly that. Should have put toss, actually, that'd have been better. Toss. Okay. Done. Oh, it is lovely when you get rid of those. So very lovely. Do, 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 do.
What a great
Let's draw a
song.
line under it. What a great toss. What a great load of toss. That's the game flatlining as we wave goodbye to Cyborg Justice.